Please welcome your host for State of Crypto Summit 2025, John D'Agostino.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. I am thrilled to be here and emceeing the third annual State of Crypto. We're honored to have over 600 leaders across finance, technology, policy, and media. And for the first time ever, we're live streaming to thousands tuning in around the world. So to all the speakers, if you weren't nervous before, buckle up. Now look, my job as MC is to kind of keep the pace moving, keep it light. So normally I would start off with a very kind of just ease you into the event. I think we have a video though, and probably should be pretty low key. So let's kick us off.
A very big hello to everyone at the Coinbase State of Crypto Summit. I'm delighted to speak to some of the greatest visionaries and pioneers in the fields of tech and finance who are working to build a future powered by crypto. Many have called me the first crypto president. That's an honor. I really do consider that a very big honor, actually. And starting on day one, we ended the Biden administration's war on crypto. It was an absolute war and very unfair. And we unleashed American innovators to do what you do best, lead the world into new frontiers. We ended Operation Choke Point 2.0. I created the first presidential working group on digital assets. I named a pro-freedom, pro-innovation SEC chair, a great man named Paul Atkins. And we created the U.S. Strategic Bitcoin Reserve and the United States Digital Asset Stockpile. But we are not done yet. My administration is working with Congress to pass the Genius Act, supporting the creation of dollar-backed stablecoins. And we also will be working to create clear and simple market frameworks that will allow America to dominate the future of crypto and Bitcoin. Congratulations to everyone at this exciting time in your industry and in our country's life. I wish you all the best of luck and have a great conference.
I want to thank our incredible policy team for constructing the most monumental upstage of anyone ever in history. John, MC, and follow the president. That's great. Now, State of Crypto has become a cornerstone event for the industry, a place where the biggest names tackle the most pivotal questions of the day and help set the agenda for months ahead. Last year, we heard from PayPal, Google, ARK Invest, St. Jude, others. We gathered these extraordinary companies together to discuss how the crypto industry, including all of you in this room, is leading the charge to revolutionize and democratize finance for the entire world. Now, we did this in a decidedly different political and regulatory environment. So we gather again at a pretty defining moment for crypto. 52 million Americans own crypto and use it for faster, cheaper payment systems. Now, this is a striking stat in its own right, even more so when you consider that according to NASDAQ, that's about the same number of Americans who have purposely purchased a share of stock. Now, these American crypto owners made their voice heard in the last election, and as a result, regulation in the US has shifted from a headwind to a tailwind. Governments around the world are recognizing that crypto has a huge role to play in the economy of the future. Legislating is very hard work, but what's happening, hopefully pretty soon, on the Genius and Clarity Act reminds us how seriously both sides of the aisle are taking this. Good crypto policy and collaboration are essential for our future. Now, despite all of this good news, all of this change, our mission here at Coinbase remains the same: to increase economic freedom in the world and get 1 billion people on chain. Now, everyone here is going to help us do that, and today's conversations will be focused entirely around that mission, to innovate across investment and capital formation. And we have a ton in store for you today. We're going to discuss the future of money, stablecoins, payments, consumer utility, institutional adoption, the policy landscape surrounding everything. We're going to hear from a really great lineup of speakers, including Jeremy Allaire from Circle. I think he has something to celebrate. I'm not sure. Saquon Barkley, Philadelphia Eagles. Rob Goldstein, a little startup called BlackRock. legendary tech investor Philippe Lafont. Now, Philippe, I'm not sure where you are, but actually one of my first jobs was working for Philippe's competitor hedge fund, and I was tasked with deconstructing his alpha. He's frustratingly good. We're going to have Toby Lutke from Shopify and Coinbase board member, and then last but certainly not least, the brilliant Chairman Carolyn Pham of the CFTC, as well as a ton of others. So I strongly encourage you to tune in at 2:15 for our Coinbase product showcase. This is something we've never done before, and we're super excited about. You do not want to miss it. Okay, a couple of housekeeping items. In order of importance, restrooms are located on this level to the left of the main stage. That's my right, your left. The Wi-Fi network, the emergency exits are located on either side of me. I'm realizing now this crowd's probably the only one that would prioritize Wi-Fi over restrooms and emergency exits, so sorry about that. The Wi-Fi network is SOC 2025, and the password is future of money with a capital F. Please, please, please tag Coinbase on all socials, reference State of Crypto, and unless you have a really interesting ringtone, like Kermit the Frog singing Kesha, like really, really funny and cool, please turn off your phones or set them to silent out of respect for our speakers. Okay, tons to be excited about in crypto in general for this year, big, big year. Now probably the big story, the big scalable use case story though, has been stablecoins. So I can't think of a better way to kick things off than to introduce the first fireside chat with our CEO, Brian Armstrong, Circle CEO Jeremy Allaire, and Lulu Meservey on the transformative power of stablecoins. Please help me welcome our first panel.